Hey, what's up guys? My name's Lindsay. I run the channel Beat Kings. Obviously if you're watching this video you want to know about making beats. I try to put out a beat like every day, sometimes 2 beats a day. I make beats pretty fast. I've been doing it for a long time. I'm just starting this new YouTube channel, so I get a lot of comments of people asking me like how I make beats, what sounds do I use, what equipment I use. So today I'm going to tell you guys. What I do that's different than a lot of people, maybe not necessarily, but I try to make my entire beat in Pro Tools. So a lot of people, you know, they use Fruity Loops and stuff like that. They'll make the entire beat over there, they'll track it out, bring it into Pro Tools, mix it there, make the beat or whatnot. Some people make the whole beat in Fruity Loops. That I don't know how to do. So to be honest with you, I do know how to make beats in Fruity Loops, but I never really used like the playlist and stuff like that and made a song. I would always make like a big long loop or whatever I liked. I would bring it over to Pro Tools and I would chop it up and dupe everything and, you know, turn it into a song. So basically I do the same thing, just I do it all in Pro Tools. So obviously one of the first things you need to do if you want to make beats like I make beats is have Pro Tools. I got Pro Tools with my audio interface. I used the Scarlett Solo. It was like $100. I got it at Guitar Center. It came with Pro Tools First, which is like a free version. It has like some small limitations, but you know, I upgraded to the like monthly subscription. So I think I pay like $20 a month for Pro Tools, like the full version, which I like. Better. $20 a month is nothing. But in order to use the upgraded version of Pro Tools, you have to buy this little USB dongle thing. It's called an iLock. So I bought that from Guitar Center. I think that was like $40. So right now we're looking at $100 for the Scarlett Solo audio interface, $40 for the iLock, $20 a month for Pro Tools. I also got a microphone. Obviously I don't need a microphone to make beats. I mean, I could record my voice and use it as a sound to beat. I don't do that. Sometimes I rap and sometimes, you know, I just use the microphone for drops, stuff like that. The mic, I spent like $60, I think. It was on sale. Who made this? Sterling Audio? I don't even know. To me it doesn't really matter. As long as you can get like decent enough quality, then I can always mix stuff down later and make it sound better, give it more power. These are some cheap Audio Technica headphones, $20. Let's see what else. The mic stand, I think I spent like $15 on that maybe, total. I actually bought this one as a used floor sample because they claimed they had 5 in the back they couldn't find. Or maybe they were just too lazy to go find them, so I just said, all right, I'll take the one off the floor, and they said, okay. The mic, the mic cord, maybe $10. So we're looking at here, we're looking at 60, 75, 95, 105, 205, plus the USB dongle, 245 for that. I also use the M Audio Key Station 49 ES. I think I paid $70 for that. Everything I bought was on sale, or it was just like the cheapest one, because you know, like, you don't need the most expensive equipment. That's something I learned. I'm also a full-time photographer. That's my profession, and you know, I made the mistakes like every photographer does. Is you go out and you buy the most expensive equipment thinking that's going to make you good. But later you learn that it's not even about any of that kind of stuff. It's just about knowing how to use the equipment that you have. So same thing applies to music and audio production. You don't have to go buy a $5,000 keyboard. I don't even know if they make $5,000 keyboards anymore. That tells you how much I know about like the actual equipment. I only know what I want to do and I just figure out how to do it that way. And so I use the M Audio Key Station 49 ES to trigger the MIDI for the sounds in Pro Tools. like everybody, I use producer packs, 808 Mafia, Sunny Digital. Shout out to all of them, they make amazing beats. Who else? You know all the big guys. Dr. Dre. They have like sound packs, you just download the entire thing online. Kicks, snares, 808s, whatever. Usually what I'll do is I'll just mess around with all the packs and all the sounds until I find, a set that I like, and then I'll use that set over and over and over to make multiple beats. So the way I actually make a beat is I go into Pro Tools, I'll load up a bunch of tracks, I will program each track to a sound, 808 snare, hats, whatever. I'll put in a whole bunch of sounds, maybe 15 different sounds. Then I will come through and I will make a melody. What I like to do is, everybody has their own way, but the way that works best for me is I like to put in the melody first, because when I first started making beats, I used a sample. So obviously with a sample, most likely you're gonna need to use the sample first. So the sample would be the melody. So when I'm making a beat from scratch using a synthesizer, I make the melody first. The second thing I do after that is I then program the 808s. If you want to make trap beats, you want to make rap beats, nowadays 808s are like really important. And they have like their own tone and sound on the track, and I'm not really big into bass lines, so I really like the 808s. So I put in the melody, I put in the 808s, then I put in my kicks, then I put in the snare. I already know. I'm usually using a metronome, so I know what the snare sound's gonna sound like, so I don't really need that until I just put it in whenever. But definitely melody, 808s, then kick first, because those are the things I like to drive my beat. Some people like to drive their beat with the hats, Hats to me, I guess, are secondary, or just whatever I'm feeling like that day, but definitely melody, 808s, kick, those are the things that get me going. The snares is a given. After that, I like to go down and arrange the track, make it sound like a song. After I do that, I do some dropouts and breakdowns, stuff like that. Then I will, like I said, mix it. Try to get the levels good, the output levels, for the master track. Bounce it out. The next thing I do after that, a lot of people don't like this, but, I guess audio engineers, excuse me, I use a program, it's called Lander, L-A-N-D-R. It's a mastering software. It's basically like artificial intelligence. So you put your song in, they kind of do some computing, they come up with some default settings, they apply those to your track, and basically it's like mastering. So I really like it. A lot of people are gonna say bad things about it. I have nothing but good things to say about it, because it will make your track really loud, really warm, really wide, really sharp, you know what I mean? Like, excuse me, kind of stopped up there. Just crispy. And you can definitely tell the difference once you run it through there and put it against your other track. It's like a before and after. You'll see a big difference. So Lander is the final step that I use when I'm finished with the track. And when it comes to like making a beat, there's no like specifics for me as far as like how much time I'm gonna invest into it. Sometimes I can make a beat in 5 minutes, and I'm duping it, and I'm mixing it down and bouncing it out in 10 minutes. Sometimes I might spend like 2 hours on a beat. I know some people spend all day, a week. That's cool. Whatever you want to do. Me, right now, since I'm just getting back into it, I'm trying to really push for the quantity first before I go crazy with the quality, because some people would say do it the other way around. I prefer to do it this way because to me it helps me get into a routine of kind of doing some of the same things over and over and over, and making my own sound, as well as like making things easier by doing them so much. When you first do things, you're thinking of the next step. when you've done things so many times, then the next step you're just doing it and you look back and you're like, I don't even remember doing that step. So that's what I do like about kind of the quantity over quality at first. But after a while, I've noticed that, you know, sometimes I will spend a little bit longer on a beat because I do care a little bit more and more each time I make a beat. You know, you first start out and you think the first beat you make is awesome, and then the next day you make another beat and you think the first beat sounds like crap. I almost have that same feeling every single time I make a beat. But every once in a while, even for me, like, one beat will just stand out, and every time I hear that beat, it makes me feel a certain way, or I just like, I'm really proud of that beat. So, you know, that never goes away. Just like one of your favorite songs, you could listen to it, you know, today, and then, you know, a week from now you're like, oh, that song sucks. But then you come back a year later and you listen to it again, you're like, man, I can listen to this song forever. So I get the same feeling about making my own beats. Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I have one that I just love. But as far as speakers, I just have like basic computer speakers. I don't have any monitors. Like, I live in an apartment, so I can't just turn the 808s and the bass up to the max, you know, that you're gonna hear like banging on the floor or something. And, you know, I don't like to be annoyed with that kind of thing, so I don't want to annoy anybody else. So I don't have any need to just buy like super expensive monitors. I would love to, but right now it just wouldn't be feasible. So, and a lot of the mixing I do on the Apple headphones, especially the 808s. I love to mix the 808s on the headphones because the Apple headphones have really good bass, and I just have figured out that when I mix down on the Apple headphones and then I take the music somewhere else and listen to it, the mix is really good in my opinion. And when I just try to listen to it out loud on these computer speakers, not so good, because, you know, they have like the 808, the sub is down there. Up here it's pretty much just highs, not too much mids. So then I'll mix a beat down here and I take it somewhere else, and then the bass is like way too loud or way too low, or you know how that works. So basically the Apple headphones are my go-to mixing headphones. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. That's how I make beats. Probably will make another video actually showing you, you know, with a screen recording of how I make the beats in Pro Tools. So thank you guys again for watching this video. Lindsay, Beat Kings, go to that channel, like, subscribe, share. Hopefully you already have. If not, then, you know, there's no better time than now. And till next time, thanks for watching.